Hey guys, Tech Mentor with a video for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up and activate an iPhone 10 on the latest iOS version. Now, this method has changed slightly since the previous editions. If you got a new iPhone 10, it's updated to the latest iOS version. This is how you can set it up. So, setting up iPhone 10 here, it doesn't have an eSIM card, so you'll need to use a physical SIM card. So, the first thing you need to do in the box here, you should find a SIM ejector tool like that. Now, don't worry if you don't have any of this, you can also take a paper clip just like that, and we can take the SIM tray out, which is going to be on the right hand side of the phone right here where there's a hole. You're going to take either the paper clip or the SIM ejector tool, insert it right in there, give it a gentle push, and then the SIM tray will pop out. So once the SIM tray pops out, either you should already have a SIM card in there, or you could put one. If you don't have one, simply take your SIM card. This is a nano size SIM card from your carrier, which they should have provided to you. You're going to line up the cut corner and then just sit it right here, and it should sit flush, and then you're just going to insert it in there as well. And you can always do this step later if you're not using a SIM card currently. And once it'll sit flush, and then we'll go ahead and power on the phone by holding this side button just here on the right hand side, and I'm going to press and hold until we see an Apple logo appear. So once we see the Apple logo, we let go of that side button, and the phone is turning on for the very first time. And when it does turn on, we're going to wait for it to turn on, and sometimes if it doesn't turn on, just go ahead and charge it with the connector that you got on your box here. So we're going to wait to turn on, and as you can see here right now, it's giving us the hello screen, which is the initial menu. So we're going to swipe up and then select our language, the country, and then we'll do a quick setup manually. And the very first thing you need to do is connect it to a Wi-Fi or your Mac or PC, because it'll need internet to activate. So we'll go ahead and click on internet here. I'm going to go ahead and put my password. Once you enter your password, you're going to hit join here, and then it should connect to your whole network here. And as you can see, it takes a few minutes to connect, but should only take about 15 to 20 seconds. And after that, you should get a data and privacy. Basically, you'll just hit continue. Face ID. So the iPhone 10 does have Face ID. So if you want to use Face ID to unlock or use Apple Pay and other things, you'll need to go ahead and continue set it up, or you can only set it up later. Basically, it will scan your face. We'll just set up later just for sake of time here. Now, passcode, of course, you want to create a passcode. You can use 6-digit one, or you can also select a 4-digit or alphanumerical one as well. We're just going to skip this part, but of course, make sure you put a passcode to secure your phone. And after that, for apps and data, if you're moving stuff from either an Android or your old iPhone, you can follow one of these steps to move your data over. Or if you simply want to start fresh and new, you can just select don't transfer any data. Now the next part comes is Apple ID. So in order to use any Apple product, you need Apple ID. You can create one for free or sign into existing one if you already have another Apple account or iPhone or any other devices, because you'll need it in order to download stuff, or even use some of the services like iMessage and FaceTime. So, or you can come back later and set it up here as another option. As I mentioned here, if you don't have one, you can create one for free. Just follow the prompt for that process. So I'm just going to hit up set up later just so we can go through this activation process. And then the next thing is terms and condition. You can read through it. Just going to hit agree here to move forward. Now the phone can automatically update if you select this option. So we're going to continue. And as I mentioned, iMessage and FaceTime, which is the way to use your iPhone in order to communicate. So we're just going to hit continue. Location services, if you want location services for Maps and Find My and other services, you can enable it. You can always enable it later. So I'm just going to hit OK here. And then Siri, if you want to use a voice assistant to say, hey Siri, or press that side button to activate the voice assistant, you can hit continue, and it will prompt you for some commands so it can recognize your voice. But for me, you can always do it set up later if you don't want to do it right now. So we'll hit that later. Screen time, basically a report of weekly how much time you're spending on the screen here. You can have this or even set up as a parental control if this is going to be used for a child or someone else's device. You can always set it up later as well. And if you want to share iPhone analytics with Apple to improve their product, you can share with them. I usually don't, but that's a personal preference. Now for appearance, you can have it be light or dark, and then hit continue. And if you want to get standard or zoom text for bigger text for someone, you can also do that here. We're just going to leave it standard, hit continue, and then finally you get welcome to iPhone. Now we're set up, and we just have now activate our icon, and we are ready to go. You can see up top here, your service should come up here in a moment, and then you can start making phone calls and messaging people with your number, and you should be good to go. Now, if you activated this and you're not getting phone service or still searching or it says no service, you'll need to contact your carrier to make sure that your SIM card is working. Sometimes they need to fix that something on their end. But aside that, you're ready to go and the iPhone is set up. And if you haven't created or signed into your Apple ID, make sure you to do that in order to be able to go ahead and download apps from the App Store if you need to download other apps like social media or shopping, whatever apps you like, your entertainment apps. But besides that, this is how you set up iPhone 10. I hope this video was helpful. If so, please consider hitting a like and subscribe button for more tips and tricks for your iPhone and other iOS devices. See you guys next time.